Hello, everyone, and welcome to NRL Fantasy Gurus. We're here at Fantasy HQ for another week of fantasy football. We got Origin on Wednesday. Go the Blues. After that, hopefully you have a full squad and too many people don't let you down.
You mean like maybe James Tedesco?
Or Kalen Ponga.
Already ruled out. Sorry to hear that,
Pieces
fellas.
of shit. I mean,
My team's looking pretty, but I
As usual.
digress.
so
Old lady luck over here.
Yeah, you had a swill team, didn't have Tedesco, and now that's a good thing.
How
How does that become a good
How do I have
thing?
a swill team if I'm leading?
Because you made dumb decisions at the back end of the year. You were well ahead not long
Yeah.
ago.
We pegged
Now
you
you're
back,
far
mate.
ahead.
They're pegging themselves for a late resurgence to beat me,
We should
but
peg
we'll see.
later.
PG show. Let's do our introductions to your left is Red from Lads FG. To your right
A
is
little
Mitch
fancy.
from Mitch's Lads FG. Middle Goose FG. I probably if you don't know, I suffered a head injury on the weekend. I suffered a concussion. So that's also my excuse if I give bad advice today, or
What's your
forget what I'm
excuse for every
saying.
other week?
I don't have one.
I've been concussed since the day I was born.
We'll head over to Mitch for the NRL Fantasy Guru Player of the Week.
I don't want to talk about it, so you can do it.
You can give it to me. Is that because I made him my captain and suggested him as captain?
No,
last
you're right,
week?
I'll do it.
Your NRL Fantasy Guru Player of the Week is Payne Haas.
You're a pain in my ass.
I'm always a pain in your Haas. 191 metres, 1 try, 1 line break, 5 tackle busts, 34 tackles, none of them missed, and all in 59 minutes he got 78 points. 2 more than your pick of captain last week, Mr. Smith. So he is your NRL Fantasy Guru Player of the Week, Payne Haas.
Nice. Well done, Penhouse.
I had you too,
No.
buddy. Thanks.
Everyone has him.
I've had you
Mitch.
since day dot. Have you?
Oh, yeah.
No, you haven't.
Well,
Ah.
stupid. 4 week suspension. Head over to Mitch for the injury report. Mitch, injuries?
There's not too many this week, which is good. We've got Sean O'Sullivan, who's actually looking really good, which I'm also kind of happy about because I'm hoping Dearden comes back. But he's out for 3 weeks with a hamstring injury. The old Shibazaki, 3 weeks with a...
You got a cool name.
Yeah, but he's out 3 weeks with finger. Lachlan Fitzgibbon, 6 weeks elbow. Jordan Pereira got cleared today of a broken spine, which is good news, but
Yeah.
he's to be determined, unfortunately.
That was when you have to carry a whole team on your back.
Kieran Foran, 1 week, surprise, surprise. Alex Johnson, 1 week.
Absolute
Sorry,
bad
is
day.
that the actual injury? Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll get you. I've heard that. Those are
They're
serious.
bad. They're bad. You don't
Oh.
rush back from surprise, surprise.
They're worse than pecs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
surprise.
they're worse than concussions.
Matt Gillette, strangely enough, actually had an injury. It wasn't just a Queensland employee. So,
I wouldn't put it past those swill.
no, well, there's always a food virus or someone's injured in Queensland camp.
Need
But
an excuse.
he got ruled out of Origin 2 today, wasn't named, so he won't be there this week. Not sure the extent of that one. And actually, Alex Herman. A couple of weeks trying to find his brain. So I'll let you know about that one when we find out more.
Yeah, that's a to be determined. I'm guessing it's a season ender, but
Didn't look good.
I'm glad I made the injury report. Thank you, Mitch. All right, move on. We're going to talk some guru tactics this week. We're gonna step away from everyone's favorite segment, Wall Street, because buys and sells are irrelevant. You just want to bring in, fantasy guns. So we'll just spend more time talking about, at this point, your team should be pretty much sorted. With the trades you have, you're probably not doing a whole lot of buying and selling anymore.
What trades you
So
have?
we'll move away from Wall Street and we'll make it all more about the guru tactics. Mitch, we'll start off with you. What's your plans this week going forward? Anything you want to point out?
Look, I want DC and I want Cook. Unfortunately, Ponga and Tedesco not getting named has thrown a real spanner in my works and where I need
That's
cover.
what you get for throwing spanners at us every other week.
I know. So one of them will be coming in this week. I might see potentially what happens tomorrow night with Origin. Who pulls up better. South might carry was it Billy Britton or whatever his name is on the bench. So that's a wait and see. I'm loving Liam Martin at the moment, to be honest. He's putting up those consistent mid-40s, doing a lot of the base stats in the middle of the field we all love. And looks like he's getting about 80 minutes every week, so looks like he's a good mid-tier keeper for the rest of the season. So that's kind of where I'm leaning at the moment.
Brad, any thoughts or
Thoughts on Mitch's?
no on your own?
My mama told me if you have nothing nice to say, you shouldn't say anything at all.
That's cool. That's a bit of confidence going into the final.
No, so I've been preparing for this week for some time now. So my plan is to bring in either Andrew Fafita or David Clemmer, pending how we go with Origin. Clemmer because he's a little bit cheaper, and Cameron Munster. So some big name players, because I think at this point you should be bringing in the guys who are going to be in your team for the rest of the year. And I think that Cameron Munster, I think we'll talk about it a bit later, but Cameron Munster is going to have a hell of a game against the Sharks. And I think Andrew Fafita loves playing the Storm, and I think they're two great ones. I do want Clemmer because he's more base stats than Andrew Fafita, and he's that little bit cheaper. So down the line, maybe if I need some money for a trade later in the year, or if someone gets injured or whatever, gives me that little bit more confidence. But definitely you need, I think, two big players going into this week. This is the time to actually snatch some points from other people, or to snatch a really good head-to-head win.
Thanks, Teddy and Ponga.
Yeah, you dickheads.
I agree. My plan was heading into this week was two big guns. I put some money away. Unfortunately, I took Fafita and Tedesco out of my team. Silly. In hindsight, helped me through those weeks, but I just have to waste trades to bring him back in. So Fafita I'm bringing back this week. Tedesco didn't get named, so I can't bring him in this week. I'm stealing Mitch's idea. I'm going to go Liam Martin as a mid-range option as my second trade.
Why do I tell you stuff?
I look at him, he's been scoring very well in those 40s a lot, very consistently. He does miss a lot of tackles, but he makes a lot. So it sort of justifies it. I really do like him as a mid-tier 450 option. So I'll have my money put aside again for later. Bring in your DCEs, your Tedescos, your Tommy Turbos later on. But I think going forward, your most important thing, and leading into our next segment, is captain choices.
I want to interrupt before we get to the captain choices, and I think it's important to discuss this.
Why does Herman's always copy everything we do?
Really good point, Mitch. No, it's actually, so at this point in time, I think you need to start looking at your trades, and I think if you have a lot of trades, Liam Martin is a good option. I think if you don't have a lot of trades, but you've got some cash, I wouldn't go with him. Because a guy who's averaging 40 odd from 80 minutes versus a guy like Fafita or Clemmer or DCE or Munster or whoever the hell you want from that top 10, if you don't have them and you have the chance to bring them in, I think they are the better options. Just because again, it's like if you've got a lot of trades, I guess go with whatever the hell you want. But if you don't have a lot of trades, I think you need to be looking at more average points.
I get what you're saying, but at the same time, if you can bring in a guy that might only be averaging a couple points less than those top guys, and you can save 200,000 to put elsewhere in your team to bring in bigger guns elsewhere.
See, I don't think it's a couple of points though. So what, 45 is his average? When you look at people,
the last when he's been playing 80 minutes as a starter.
Yeah, so Cameron, Cook, Fafita, all averaging 60 or more. DCE, Cameron Munster averaging 55 or more.
No one's going to be able to afford all those players.
No, I know that, but you should have some of them in your team already.
That's what I'm saying. He's a good option to bring in that mid-tier, so you can put that money elsewhere in your team, and you're still getting...
I'm not
give him
saying
one of those,
that it's a bad idea.
He might just be that
Don't get your
last
panties in a
reserve
twist.
spot, or maybe an
You know
emergency
they're
player
not
later
put him on that way.
But yeah, we got some
I
bickering going.
I can ride. It was more just for food for thought. Damn.
We'll see
Craggy over here.
we'll see how his team looks for his 17, in a few weeks.
Liam Martin will be sitting there
Yeah.
somewhere.
He'll be there, but I won't put him in there in the 17 out of spite.
But as I said, segue into the next segment.
Oh, sorry. Good
Go
segue.
with, as I like to call it, start 'em or ship 'em.
Or
As they like to call it, the big
the
cojones.
big cojones.
Yeah, the big C,
Because
mate.
everybody keeps looking at him.
But-
If you can find them, please call this number. Can you put up a random number?
I'll put up a fake number.
So put up your number. Not enough women watch this show.
It's spammed with calls.
Maybe put up some number we don't like.
Is that a meat reference?
So we pretty much picked who we liked as captain last week, or we thought
Mm.
was important.
Mm.
We've nailed it.
I think,
You
yeah. Well,
guys both said Cam Smith,
what, 2 points
76.
difference between the
Haas
two,
got
which ended up
78.
being 4.
So hopefully you listen to us on that. Who are you going to make captain this week? Because going forward, you know, you should have 5 or 6 guns in your team by this point. So
Yeah.
really, you're just picking off, you know, maybe who they're versing, something like that. But who do you like as captain this week? I
I
know
want to
you
go
have a
first.
big
I
one.
want to go first.
Yes.
I want to go first.
Red.
All right. Yes.
Teacher's pet.
Cameron Smith.
Backing it up
He's no, hang on. Well, it's not just backing it up. This is the first ever 400 NRL games. He is gonna light the shit out of that place, and it's against you guys. You guys suck. You guys are the worst. You guys are putrid. You guys are swill.
again. Who bet you on that grand final?
And who hasn't won since? Shut the fuck up.
Para?
But yeah, no, Cam Smith, 400 game, everyone around him. So if you've got any Melbourne players, make sure they're in your team. Cameron Smith, 400 games. He's not going to come off the field, so he's definitely playing 80. If they blow you guys out by like 50, he's not coming off. I just think it's going to be a monster game from that man. He's got a lot to prove being the first ever 400 gamer.
It's a big call. I like another big game this week. Whether or not I like to have the biggest game, I don't know. Mitch, who are you liking?
At the moment, I'm looking at Jason Tamalolo. Taking on the Roosters, he's going to have a big game against that pack and really lead the way. Cowboys have kind of lost it to their forwards a bit lately, so
Yeah, sure.
I think he's really going to look to stand up and stamp his authority against the Premiers.
Well, he has been the best and most consistent forward in NRL fantasy the last few weeks. So yeah, and a very popular captain choice lately. I'm going to go with Fafita. I think he's raring to go with a 2-week suspension.
Can we do like the matchup thing?
Ooh.
And,
Your arms are bigger than mine.
I think Fafita, he loves taking it to the Storm. So, and I think we just need a lot of help in general for our team.
I'm calling
so
it a sin bin for
he's
Peter.
going to
Actually,
go off.
I heard Fafita might be goal kicking this week.
We need him goal kicking.
They can't do it. You know, I heard Gallen kicked a goal a couple of weeks ago, and he's out with a glute.
Yeah, I
so long-term injuries from kicking goals.
We're losing
from
all
6
our
weeks
best
ago.
kickers.
Cronulla set a record. First team to lose 3 games in a row, scoring more tries than the opposition.
Yeah, you can't convert. You tried Sean Johnson. You tried Chad Townsend. What the hell is wrong with you guys? You even had Gallen kicking goals.
Well, you heard it here first. Fafita's kicking now, and he's going to be your captain of the week. But yeah, I like Fafita as a big one. He'll be raring to go after 2 weeks off.
Please don't send angry messages when he doesn't kick.
Please do. So yeah, they're I guess they're big cojones of the week.
Alright.
So,
There's some big cojones in there.
some big
There's
cojones.
big mamas.
Mitch, you got a few head-to-heads for us too.
I don't actually, so back to you.
Okay. Outro. Thanks for watching.
No, we do. We have a few. Look, everybody loves a three-way, and let's kick it off with one.
It's not gay if it's in a 3-way.
It's true.
If
Boys,
there's anything wrong with it.
you have to pick Cameron Murray, Jake Trbojevic, Nat Butcher. Right out for the rest of the year. Who are you going?
Also, I still like Cameron Murray, and I know he doesn't
Really
play
need him.
80 like Jakey does,
Mm.
and Nat Butcher is just had an unbelievable, 10-week stretch where he's scoring so consistently and doing so well at Roosters back. He's knocked, Crichton to the bench.
Oh dear Christ, he's still going.
He's had a bit of a few down weeks because of Origin. I think once Origin is over, you'll see a resurgence of Cam Murray. He'll be doing line breaks, tries, all that stuff. So I'll go with Cam Murray.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Jakey Trbojevic. I don't think there's any other good.
No.
Like, he is an 80-minute lock. He supports his brother, and he's been killing people.
He has been.
When they're both going to be on the field at the same time with DCE, after a couple of weeks, that gel that they're going to get, it's
Yeah.
going to be. And they are on the rise. Manly is
Yeah.
on the rise. I honestly think there could be some dark horses going into
In
into
the 8 at the
finals.
moment, there's a lot of quality teams in the 8. But yeah, them in Canberra, I think, could really cause a few upsets come
So-
September.
I think Jakey's the bet. Just that 80 minutes. I mean, he's on the field the whole time. There's always the chance to pop up next to his brother. They've got that cohesion, that really good chemistry. So I think Jakey's the man.
I'm afraid Jakey will be in my team next week,
Ooh.
along with either DCA or the Cookie Monster.
Ooh.
Okay. Big calls. Big calls.
All right, let's step it down a notch now.
Mhm.
You know, we've had a couple heavy hitters there. Nat Butcher, obviously. So now we're gonna go Liam Martin, everybody's favourite, Jacob Host,
Hostess with the mostest.
the host of the Famosest, or Victor Radley. Now he's gone back to lock.
I'm ruling Victor Radley off right now. I don't rate him as a fantasy player. I'll take Host. I think I'm going to have a Host and Martin in my team this week, but I just like Host more because I think he got grubbed with penalties last week. He should have got a lot more points. But Liam Martin, he's missing too many tackles lately. He's making a lot, but
Don't bring him in then.
I want to see a bit more consistency on him making tackles because he missed 11 last week. And that's just a big no-no for
Yep.
fantasy.
We threw Catewell to the wolves when he did that. Ooh, he got slaughtered.
You also got Sinbin last week, Liam Martin.
He also got Simon and got over 40. So yeah, he's got some positives, but I don't know. I don't trust a man who can miss a tackle.
You just never know who's going to miss his next one. Oh, there he did. I, as much as you threw him out, beggar with a bathwater, I think Victor Radley at lock is a saucy pick. Mr. Friend is back.
Oh, he is.
They're going to be very close to a full squad. I know Tedesco's not there, but Manu looks good as a fullback anyway. So they're still a strong team. And I think him at lock, he's a lot more free at lock. And he's going to take the line a lot more. I feel like he was always just trying to do just a basic job at hooker. But when he was at lock, I think a couple of weeks ago, for a brief period, when they had Virilus, whatever the hell his name was, it was crap. When he was in there, he looked really good at lock. So I think once he now has that position locked up, okay, never mind. Just me. I think he's gonna nail it for the rest of the year. Maybe not first week, but moving onwards, long term, I think he's gonna be a much better option and a much better team.
Interesting. I'm going to go Martin.
Short and sweet.
To the point, I like it.
Last one, boys. They used to be teammates at the West Tigers, and now they're actually meeting up again this weekend on opposing teams. Moses and Brooks. Who are we liking?
Well, we actually had this from one of our viewers. Asked us on YouTube. Wanted to know these two. I have Brooks in my team. I like Brooks. I'm going to keep him for the rest of the year. I think he just consistently gets over 40 just on base stats every week. So once he gets that attacking form going again, the tries, try assists, I think he'll be hitting those 60s again. I love Brooks, and I'm going to hold him the rest of the year. Kicks a lot, considering he's got Benji there, and he makes a lot of tackles. It's good work also defense.
Also, she had to critique for this question.
I agree with Brooks. I don't agree with the reasons. One, I think he's a keeper for the rest of the year, but anywho. But Brooks, just because I think the Tigers are the better team. The halves on the better team traditionally do score a bit better. And I think one of the key things with Moses was he was kicking goals. No offense, Parrot, you guys don't score that much. Can't kick goals that you're not scoring, So I think Brooks, for that reason, and he's got a lot better forward pack rating, so he's always in a much better attacking position.
All right, boys. Let's spend the time.
Which is spanner in the works.
You already hit us with a spanner. Well, wait, no, you got hit with it. Nice.
Yeah, I did.
Good call.
Anthony Milford. You picked between three of them. Who are you going?
I want to see more from him from fullback. At fullback.
Mm.
I loved him back in his Raiders days.
I was going to say,
at
you
fullback.
can if you go back to the Raiders days, you can watch some film on him.
Well, actually, that game he played before he got hurt, I thought he was really, really good coming out of trouble.
Well, anyone looks good when it's not Boyd back there. I
That's
guess.
true.
Yeah, but what's he still doing in the team? Is there like some obligation? Does he know bikies that will shoot the board or something? How is he still there?
I think when you get paid $900,000 a year, you kind of.
Oh God!
Mm.
Like, just hit him in the knee and take an insurance claim or something. Fuck, he's horrible.
We do not endorse that.
No. We love you, Darius.
I hate you, Darius. Step on a Lego.
It's a bit rough.
I know.
Really
I'm
rough.
gonna take Lego to the game one day and throw it at him. Anyway, actually, I think Milford. I think fullback in that team is a better position than half in that team, and I think he is electric. And when he was trying to manage a team, you noticed like Milford just kind of didn't drop off the planet because there was so much focus on him. But when he was at the Raiders, he was gold, man.
He
Like
was
everyone loved him, and he was electric. Even in fantasy, he was really good. So I think him back at fullback might take him a few weeks, but I think long term he will be a really good option back there.
Well, it'll be a DPP.
I was going to say, as well as that, he does get that DPP option. And we know, especially when you're low on trades, the versatility in your team is going to be really important. And that's actually one thing I'll say. when you're four reserves, try and get as much cover as you can. Don't have them all from the same position. So you do have that abilities to move people around and change it. And Milford could be an absolute godsend.
Already know.
One question mark. They said he did his MCL, right?
Yeah.
Was it a week off? 2 weeks?
2 weeks. I
For an
think it was.
MCL?
Well,
Might be a bit ginger on that.
They wouldn't rush him back, Broncos, I don't think.
What, you mean one of the most desperate teams in the NRL wouldn't rush him back? They
already
had two
know.
hookers playing half.
I think he's ready.
No, cool. You do you.
I'm just saying that because I need him to play this week. Otherwise I'm in trouble. So it's more of just a personal thing.
Sit it out, Milford. Don't rush back, mate.
Yeah, better pillows full with marshmallows, and just as long as you avoid Darius Boyd, you're all good.
I think Darius will avoid him. Did you set him try and tackle?
So that wraps up head to head. Do you guys want to do your thing? I mean,
Yeah.
you got now to do it.
Can't forget that.
All right. And for our next segment, we're going over to Mitch for head to head. I thought I'd have a concussion joke.
Oh, you suck. You ruined it by explaining it.
What, you thought that was real? Anyway.
He did!
Oh, well. Just sort of sitting there.
Could have ended up more perfect.
Oh, this was a doozy. Good joke, Herbs.
Alright, we're back.
Alright. So that wraps up this week for us and our fantasy gurus. We're in the final stretch now. Origin's going to be all over. Set your team up as best you can. Hopefully, you have a lot more trades than we do. Mitch, what can they do?
Like, subscribe, comment, guys. We love the feedback.
Thanks for watching us, guys. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Subscribe.